It's pretty remarkable when you think about it that the president of the United States doesn't even know about the representative that's died in a car crash and instead goes to an event that she had championed asking where she is. I mean, wacky, crazy stuff. And you just got to wonder, I mean, is anybody telling him what's going on? Is he paying any attention? Is there anything going on upstairs? Where's Jackie? That's going to become the new meme of the century, or shall we say the new expression that everybody's using. Where's Jackie? That's when you know you're really out to lunch. If someone really seems like they're dazed and confused, as he often does, you just say, hey, where's Jackie? Hello, welcome to the program, everyone. I am Trish Regan. Good to have you here. Portions of today's show are brought to you by Legacy Precious Metals. Listen, when things are as crazy as they are right now, gold can come in pretty darn handy. Maybe silver too. We're going to talk about it a little bit later, but go to legacypminvestments.com for your free investing guide. Again, legacypminvestments.com. And I want you to listen to it.
And I want to thank all of you here for including bipartisan elected officials like Representative Governor, Senator Braun, Senator Booker, Representative Jackie. Are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here to help make this.
No, you see, Jackie couldn't be there because you see, Mr. President, Jackie passed away in a car accident back in August, something that everybody kind of knew. And by the way, given that you were there at this bipartisan event to end food insecurity and to take on the issue of obesity in America, given that this was so important to her, don't you think you might have known that she was dead, that she passed away tragically in a car accident? And if you didn't know, I mean, didn't someone have the good sense to better prepare your staff? I mean, we know that your press person is not necessarily the brightest, smartest, most articulate person in the room. And granted, her job is basically to lie for the administration. But this, watch as Karine Jean-Pierre tries to spin her way out of this as the ABC, I believe she's ABC reporter, keeps questioning her.
What happened in the hunger event today? The president appeared to look around the room for an audience member, a member of Congress who passed away last month. He seemed to indicate she might be in the room. What happened there?
So the president was, as you all know, you guys were watching today's event, a very important event on food insecurity. The president was naming the congressional champions on this issue and was acknowledging her incredible work. He had already planned to welcome the Congresswoman's family to the White House on Friday. There will be a bill signing in her honor this coming Friday. So, of course, she was on his mind. She was of top of mind for the president. He very much looks forward to discussing her remarkable legacy of public service with them when he sees her family this coming Friday.
He said, Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? She must not be here.
No, I totally understand. I just explained she was on top of mind. This wasn't what we were able to witness today, and what the president was able to lift up in this at this conference, at this event, was how her focus on wanting to deal with, combat food insecurity in America. And this is something that he was lifting up and honoring. And again, he knows that he's going to see her family this coming Friday. There's a bill signing that's going to happen in renaming a VA clinic in Indiana after the late Congresswoman. He knows that he is going to see her family, and she was at top of mind.
Apparently you didn't know, though, that she'd passed away. I'm sorry. That was just the most bizarre explanation for why the president of the United States, whose cognitive ability is already, let's face it, quite in doubt, and frankly has been for years. I mean, I'd argue the guy has never really been all there. And this is how they answer. Oh, well, she was top of mind. He was just thinking of her. So he was asking, dear God, where's Jackie? Oh my gosh. Anyway, given given all that's been happening in Washington, D.C., given the poor performance from our own president, given the lack of substantive policy, given the lack of not just substantive policy, but actually good policy, like good policy that will help us and our economy as we move forward, I think it's time to have a real discussion. And for this, I want you to join me. I am going to be live with you, live on Wednesday, October 12th at 2 p.m. So I want you to mark your calendar. It's an exclusive event. You have to sign up. You can go through my locals channel, trishregan.locals.com, to sign up there. But this is a big deal. We got to talk about the state of our country, the state of our economy, everything that's happening right now in terms of irresponsibility. Everything that's happening right now in terms of all this irresponsible policy that's going to lead to problems, I think, in the long term. So make sure you go to trishregan.locals and sign up there. This is brought to you by Legacy Precious Metals, LegacyPMInvestments.com, the company I trust for investing in precious metals, something that I think is an important part of a diversified portfolio. We're going to be talking with special guests, including, by the way, you guys. You are going to have a role in all of this because I want to hear from you. I want to know what you're thinking. Submit your questions early. Submit them to me. We're going to read some of them out loud, so make sure to tune in, and you can join the live conversation. So it's a big deal. Mark your calendar in just under 2 weeks. October 12th, 2 p.m., Wednesday, October 12th. So I will see you there. Anyway, this is it's wild, everything that's happening right now. I think that we have reason to be fearful. Look, I mean, you look at just what's happened in the last couple of days out of the UK, and you're looking at near parity now with the UK's pound versus the dollar. I mean, nobody thought that was ever possible, right? Nobody thought it would ever be below 150. We are looking at real problems on the international front and, of course, on the domestic front. So you had the UK, the Bank of England there, stepping in this week and saying, okay, we're going to fix this by printing more money. They're buying up bonds and they're doing what they can via QE. And it makes you wonder, could we actually see more of this from other banks? Kathy Wood, who's the famous tech investor who's just lost her shirt, obviously, this year in the markets, given the downside, especially within the tech sector, she's hypothesized that maybe the Federal Reserve will come in and step in and ease its policy because it will realize the damage it's doing to the overall economy. The problem, of course, with that is all you're doing is kicking the can down the road more and more and more. And frankly, it's the Federal Reserve that got us into this mess to begin with. So I'm not going to discount what Kathy said. I think that knowing this Federal Reserve, knowing our government, there's a darn good chance they could do this, which makes me even more nervous because I would just anticipate even more inflation to come if that's the case. But it does show you that you need to be nimble. You need to be thoughtful about what you're investing in. You need to make sure that you have the proper asset allocation. And for that, I want to just send my shout out to a group at Key City Capital led by Charlie Dombeck, who's been on this program. Actually, he's going to be on early next week, so tune in for that. He's been making the case for some time that you've got to be diversified, including into fixed income assets. And he runs a fund for accredited investors where they're looking for diversification via a lot of fixed income assets and other instruments. So there's ways to try to hedge this. I mean, and nothing's ever guaranteed, but you want to make sure that you have the smartest people on your team helping you figure this out. So go check out keycitycapital.com/Trish or keycitycapital.com today and see what they're saying right now about this, because I'll tell you, this is not going to be an easy fix. And when you start seeing central banks back off of their more hawkish policy, becoming more dovish like we just saw out of the UK, you wonder whether or not there's a chance that could happen here. I should point out that Jenny Yellen said, or the rumor is anyway, there's rumors, I shouldn't say she said, because she's not going to say this, she's not going to tell us, it's just going to sort of happen, that she may exit after midterms. I think it would be a good idea if she did. I worry that part of what the Fed has done is in part because of her influence there at Treasury. We need somebody We need somebody smarter. I got to say, I mean, I thought Jerome Powell was a smart guy, but I think he's proven over and over again how miscalculated he was. Everything was. All of our economic policy was. You expect that from the politicians. You don't expect that necessarily as much from the Federal Reserve. So huge disappointment, but one that we all have to be prepared for. Where's Jackie is not going to be able to figure anything out because he's still wondering where Joe is. I mean, I think there was another video that just came out showing how his wife had to escort him off of the podium again, right? This keeps happening. He doesn't seem to know where he is. That's concerning, all right? This is why the majority of Democrats don't actually want him running for president in 2024. I don't think nobody wants him right now because they want somebody who's actually capable. They want somebody who knows whether Jackie is dead or alive before he goes to her big event. I mean, is that asking too much? Really? Is it? I don't think so. Anyway, great to have you here as always. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel on YouTube and on Rumble. Make sure that you subscribe to the audio podcast, the full show on Apple iTunes and on Spotify. And don't forget, mark your calendar, an exclusive event. You have to get the invitation, so you have to go to Locals or go to my website, trishintel.com. We'll be sending out the invites there. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to hear from you. We're going to talk about all the things that are on your mind right now in this live event, October 12th, Wednesday, October 12th, 2 p.m. And I'll see you tomorrow.